Thank you.
All right, the book is Blue Smoke. The author is Nora Roberts. The star is Scott Bakula. And satellite tour is provided by Lifetime Television. Scott Bakula, welcome to the Eyewitness News Morning Edition. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're fine.
We're doing fabulous. Fine. Before we get into Lifetime and Blue Smoke and Nora Roberts, I got to tell you something. I just did a Google search for you. Yeah. Do you realize how many fan sites are out there involving you?
I've heard there are a lot.
Well,
you haven't checked? No.
Scott Bakula Entertainment, your number one source for everything Scott. Welcome to ScottBakulaOnline.com. Scott Bakula's latest appearance in news, www.bakulanews.com. Malka's homepage. Do a search for yourself. You're going to be shocked. To what do you attribute this?
I have some very serious, long-term fans, and they're all over the world. So they have a great relationship with each other, and they seem to keep following.
That's a good thing.
Did this fan base just hit right off the bat? A lot of folks gravitated to you. Was it the Star Trek franchise? Was it what? Can you put your finger on it? And Captain Archer, that's been later in your career. I mean, you did miles and miles of work before that.
I did. I think it probably started with Quantum Leap, and I think you guys know the sci-fi fan is a very serious fan. That once they like you and get on board, they follow you everywhere. And the combination of Quantum Leap and Star Trek have really kept them excited about me, I guess.
And then you do other really good, fine work. And you're right, people who like sci-fi just don't like sci-fi. It's like somebody listening to music and you listen to a lot of stuff, and they'll follow you into Lifetime, and all of a sudden you're doing this huge Nora Roberts book, Blue Smoke, set here in Baltimore. Nora was on the show. And I said to her, come on, Nora. And we go way back with Nora, as our viewers know. I said, you could book yourself a trip to China and write a book, which she has done.
Sure.
You could book yourself to France on the government's dime and write a book, which you've done. I said, why Baltimore? It's in your backyard. She goes, I was having dinner downtown one night and thought, why not?
Well, it's a great setting, and it's a great city. And, I don't think there have been a few series set in Baltimore that have showed the city off well, and I know that people that have worked there and enjoy it. The closest I've gotten to working there is down in D.C., so I owe a visit to Baltimore myself. But it's a great setting for this kind of a piece, and I wish. The nature of the business is we had to shoot it in Canada. That's the drag.
Yeah, that is the drag. So we have a tremendous film commission in the state, but that's not for us to bother with now. Fact of the matter is, it's a good story. It's a darn good story.
It's a great story. I play an arson investigator. The real star of the piece is Alicia Witt, which I think a lot of people, you'll know her from Sybil. She played Sybil's daughter when she had her series a few years ago. She has red hair.
Yep.
She's very recognizable. She's a wonderful young actress, and I'm her mentor as an arson investigator for Baltimore PD, FD, and she's being followed in her life by a series of fires starting when she's a child. Her family's pizzeria burns down, and she gets kind of fascinated with the fire world, and a lot of interesting, bad things happen because of that in this piece.
All right, so all of a sudden now all these... I'm going to get letters about this because guys read Nora's stuff too. Sure. Now that I've said that disclaimer. Okay. A lot of your female fans. Let's just say your social circle. All right. They find out you met Nora. You're doing a Nora book. Are they like, what's it like? What's she like? Because you're talking about jumping on a star's wagon.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, and again, you already did the disclaimer, but I wasn't familiar with her other than seeing all of a sudden now everywhere I go, once it's like when your wife is pregnant, you notice pregnant people. Now everywhere I go, I see somebody with a Nora Roberts book.
Airports.
I'm on the plane and the lady next to me is reading Blue Smoke. It's all I can do to stop and say, I played John Minger in that book.
Well, I tell you what, listen, we've got to run. Our satellite time is growing short. It's been great having you. Scott, you're a class guy. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We'll talk to you later.
Okie doke, bye.
Lifetime Television, by the way, is showing the movies.
All right. Well, thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
We got traffic coming up, first morning weather, and a bunch more as the morning edition returns right after this.